All right, y'all. So I said we come back and we test this. So we have lead. Unfortunately, and this is just sadly my detriment here. My lead unit is not as good as yours should be. I emphasize should be. I messed up a couple months ago, and I bought the wrong items during the exchange. So the long and the short of it is essentially this dude is lacking the level 60 upgrade, which he should have. Not that it's going to matter too much, because I really just don't have the level up items to level him up. So he's level 50. He should be level 60. But if I've learned anything here, with Lead specifically, the way they built him, he's still extremely useful. He's basically been usable since he was level 30, and I really discounted him. I honestly had not put a lot of faith in this guy up until about, 2-3 weeks ago when you guys woke me up and was like, hey, don't discount him. He's usable still to this day. We used him in a raid, for goodness sakes. So I'm really curious to see how he plays out. Now, I'm not completely sold on my assist choices here. She'll do a strength increase, increased damage received to all of our opponents. He does normal damage. She does a dex and strength increase. I think she'll be okay. There might be better choices out there. But scene card-wise, we are using this scene card, which basically once the barrier goes done. Now, the fire counter shield, I don't know how great that's going to be. But once destroyed, it gives him 100% special move cooldown reduction. So that's nice. So I think that's still definitely going to be worth. And once his HP goes down, which I think it eventually will, probably when we get about to the time we get to the final boss, gives us 60% special move increase. So that's very handy. Of course, you're using the scene card here that gives him extra electric damage. That's kind of a no-brainer. Followed by this scene card, which once his HP goes down, which I'm pretty sure it will, it'll give him 50% shield. Plus, honestly, with that one, we get 20% shield right out of the gate. So he's basically going to have double shields right at the start, which is going to be really nice. I do not have a limit break on this one, so we're still level 35 on that. Item-wise, I don't 100% know if I've made the right choice here, but we're going to give it a shot. I basically wanted to give him the most physical stat that I could, while also granting him this item, which can, once again, grant him a shield and can kind of help him out. And once that shield breaks, once again, we get a big cooldown on that. Now, the characteristics I'm not going to show you because the characteristics are kind of bad still. I do need to work on that, but nevertheless, I think this will work. I hope. Maybe. Perhaps. Only one way to find out. Let's jump in. Now, we learned the other night, and I'd been sleeping on this for a great amount of time. A lot of those items that dropped with with Artemis when she dropped recently, everything that's kind of there to make her survive at those at that low health state. Yeah, all of those items or all those scene cards are still really good on units that are really good. What? Yo. I'm going to laugh if he solos this. It is going to be so funny. So a lot of those items are still really good on units that otherwise, maybe be a little squishy or whatever. It could really turn the tide on some of these fights. So we'll talk more about that when we go into Growth Quest and things like that. Learn that a lot of these builds can actually work with SSRs and stuff in Growth Quest that otherwise, shouldn't be able to run it. But by and large, notice we haven't even gotten down to the 50% range. So, yeah. This is completely hilarious. This is utterly hilarious. He's got 90 seconds to beat the dragon. I don't know if I set him to strong foe. I should have, if not. But look at that. Now that we're not quite below 50% yet, so he hasn't even gotten his boost yet. We'll see it when the shield should go up as soon as that happens. We're really close, though. So here's what's bothering me about this, and it's driving me crazy. We have not even gotten to that 50%. We've not seen the best of him yet. There is no possible way. What? 2 of the 3 scene cards I put on him never activated. Oh my gosh. I want you to take that. Hold on. What if we just give him raw strength? What if we forget the endurance stat, forget the below 50%, and just go raw brute force on this guy? Oh my goodness. I mean, I did not think he was going to be that beefy at level 50. And once again, yours should be level 60. So let's do this. Strength increase. Yee. And strength increase. Is that the best strength increase? Let's see. HP is 80% or more, 18%. Nah, it's still a better strength increase. 44% all stats at the beginning of the match. First 30 seconds. I know that's not that one. I was reading the previous one. I still think it's a better strength increase. We're just going to go raw power on this one. Let's see what happens. Now, he's not going to have the shield at the beginning. So that is one downside to this particular attempt. But I don't think he needs it. Oh, actually, he still did have the shield at the beginning. That's okay. But that was the item. He dropped the item instantly. Okay. Okay, now he's starting to take damage. Still is just going on. Now, also notice he's lacking a lot of HP here. He's not quite as beefy as he was before by a long shot. So C cards did make a big HP difference there, but we're still going in here with half health. And I want to emphasize, this is not like the best possible build. This is just like, you know, brute force, grunt scratch, you know, raw dog in this bad boy. We are absolutely just going pure strength and nothing else. This is 100% just the berserker build. And I'd almost argue that the other build was better. Even though we never got to the 50% mark. But we still have a minute. Once again, I completely discounted this dude. I 100% discounted lead. And that is my mistake. I ran him very early on. So if you are in the last couple hours here of this event, if you are having problems with this, run this guy. It's insane. It's completely... I thought he might have a chance, but I really thought we'd be like on the ragged edge of victory. And it would be like, you know, like into the final couple of throws. No, he is stupid. He is insane. That's a free-to-play unit, y'all. If you're not farming him, what are you doing? Even I was asleep at the wheel for a couple of weeks. So, next time the raid comes around, I expect we'll get one here really soon. We should get another... another Abyssal Exploration here shortly with items for that. So, as soon as we get all that, we'll talk about it. But, and if you haven't done your Abyssal, claim those rewards because it's going to go away here later on this evening. And within 24, 48 hours, we usually have another. So, grab those rewards ASAP. Dude, it's nuts.